you have sex with her that night?
First of all, that's none of your business.
It's just a question.
Yes, but it's absolutely none of your business.
Well, did anything else happen that night?
No. Well, yes, I kissed with her, but neither me, Deepak, or Satish ever had sex with her, and no one ever said otherwise.
And that's the last thing that happened?
Yes, that's the last thing.
And what was the last thing that she said to you?
She didn't say any last thing to me. The last thing I said to her was bye.
You just said bye?
Yeah.
Where's the body?
I don't know what happened. I don't know where she is.
Chase, what do you got?
There's not a lot of nonverbal clusters here that occur together, but there are some deviations from baseline. I do think it's unusual that he would bring the other two guys into this. This might be a behavioral cue that he's wanting the reporter to cast a wider net with the questions that are coming afterward. It could also be because he's heard rumors or talk about the other two people. We just don't know about that. More suspiciously, he could be bringing them up due to a subconscious acknowledgement that there was another person there involved with her disappearance, and his desire to make third parties innocent by using his two friends who he knows are innocent instead of the people who he doesn't want to talk about. That could be there. So there's no real ability to have context, so won't judge that one. But Scott, what do you think about that?
I'm going to judge it. No, I mean, if he hadn't had sex with her, he would have said so. He said so in the other video. He didn't have any problem with it at all. But you don't. That's not the answer. We know he did, or I would assume he did. I would judge that he did from that answer. That's what that gives me the impression. So I'm not sure that. I think he's not sure if they were going to find her body at that by that time or not. So I think that's why he's hedging his bets there by watching his answers. I think this is the first time, like you were saying, Chase, we've heard about two other guys being in question about being with her. Because remember, she got in the car with two of them, or with the other two guys in there as well. So this is the first time it's been brought up in an answer from him. So they must have been cleared or something, because we haven't heard anything else about them. So maybe they worked it out and said, well, okay, we can prove they weren't there. But that's pretty weird if you ask me. Going back to that one earlier where he talked about we got in the car. See, so something's not right here. I get the feeling this is, again, a bunch of red flags and a bunch of deception we're seeing. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, that's classic chaff and redirect. I mean, the bring up your friends. Well, my friends also didn't. Well, nobody brought your friends up. In fact, you said, and no one ever said otherwise. Well, if no one ever said otherwise, why are you bringing it up? To me, that's classic chaff and redirect. The chance to join other people in and then say, okay, what about your friends? And you can run down the path. A couple of other things. His blank rate's through the roof when he says none of your business. Well, we associate blank rate with stress unless it's processor, and it's not processor here. One of the best questions entirely, what was the last thing she ever said to you? She apparently now has said nothing to him. Although she was upset, she said nothing to him. We don't get a single word from this young woman in this entire story, except she's Hitler's niece. That's all we've heard. Then he gets to the most important question probably of the entire thing. He says, where's the body? What does this guy respond? I don't know what happened. I don't know where she is. Now, why are you asking me where the body is? We typically associate people who are innocent with saying, why are you asking me questions like that? However, he does use the word she, not the body. That's a point on his side. So there's no smoking gun. There's a lot of trying to hide facts. Still not a single comment from the woman's mouth. It just feels awkward that if you had this interchange and it was not something hostile, you would say, she told me, and. Mark, what do you got?
Yeah, let me just add one dimension to what you were saying there, Greg. Where's the body? I don't know where she is. Double shoulder shrug on that. So I would suggest he's being honest there. He doesn't know where the body is. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't know what happened to that body and where that body initially went, but I think he may not have any realistic idea where that body might be at this point right now. Now, you can speculate as to how that would come about. My understanding is, Greg, that the body hasn't been found.
No.
Though were you saying he maybe has been making deals around saying where the body is?
He tried, and that's the reason he's being charged with extortion and I believe some fraud. I believe he's going back to Alabama to stand trial for that. That's what he's coming to the U.S. for.
Okay, so the body could be in a position where it will be forever missing, and he knows that if it wasn't found by now, it's never going to be found. Is the probability, and so hence for me the double shoulder shrug. So there's some honesty potentially there, or some realism certainly there. That's all I got on that one.
The eyewitness is you.
Do you have sex with her that night?
First of all, that's none of your business.
It's just a question.
Yes, but it's absolutely none of your business.
Well, did anything else happen that night?
No. Well, yes, I kissed with her, but neither me, Deepak, or Satish ever had sex with her, and no one ever said otherwise.
And that's the last thing that happened?
Yes, that's the last thing.
And what was the last thing that she said to you?
She didn't say any last thing to me. The last thing I said to her was bye.
You just said bye?
Yeah.
Where's the body?
I don't know what happened. I don't know where she is.
The hell? There it is. Keep going. Keep going. Good Lord. Dang. All right, here we go. If you like this video, get the full body language breakdown and analysis on our main channel by clicking this video right here.